It's kind of funny because I watch a survival show called Alone, and the only thing they can take with them, they have a camera with them, and they're by themselves, so they're always talking to their camera. So I guess it's kind of like that. Wait, do you want me to repeat the question?
Yeah, so it would be something along the lines of the first time I experienced
Oh,
mental
okay,
health
okay,
symptoms
okay.
would be.
I thought you meant like repeat the question, like, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no, you just kind of phrased it in your answer
Okay,
here.
okay, I got you. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
When was the first time you experienced mental health symptoms?
First time I experienced mental health symptoms was just a while ago. Well, um, growing up, I always struggled with, like, I guess, feeling secure because, like, I always, looking back on it, I was bullied in school. So that led me to experience insecurity with that and not think that I was good enough. So, like, that was whenever I struggled with depression, that's whenever that started. Um, I don't know, like, I was going to school and I was always a good student. So, like, I was still doing good with my classes and everything, but, and I was always very social with people. But during that time, I just kind of withdrew and kind of isolated myself from everybody and everything, even my parents. Um, Freshman year of college, when I went to Mount Aloysius College, and didn't really know what I was supposed to do with my life. Um, so that was hard for me because I just didn't really see my purpose. Because I always knew that God had a purpose for me. I just didn't know what that was. So I got really depressed, and yeah, I was suicidal for like about 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, so that was hard, and I was away from everything that I ever knew. So that was also hard because I didn't really feel like I had that support at that time. I got involved in campus ministry at that school, and the campus minister actually talked to me, and she was like, "Hey, like, it's all gonna be okay," and she said, "I'll be praying for you," and I was like, okay, but I didn't really believe her. So I just didn't really see how it was going to work out. I was actually driving down the road like the next week or two, and there's just some sort of feeling that came over me, and I was like, I've always said that I have a relationship with God, but I actually gotta do it, and I actually gotta, because it was like eating me alive, kind of. So I was like, yeah, I need to do something about it. So that was a week or two after that, and then I started to seek help. I started seeing a counselor. I started getting academic help because I didn't know what my major was supposed to be. And I started actually going to things and talking to people again, which was a really hard step for me because getting out of that low place of depression to actually do stuff about it is not very easy. But my first step was seeking counseling, um, talking to that campus minister, having people in my life again, because that was hard. Going away to college where I knew absolutely nobody. Um, so finding that support was essential, and then talking to my parents about it, which was hard for me because I felt like I would be a burden on them, just because they were, like, my parents always are busy and stuff, so I didn't want to add to that. So actually talking to people about it was, yeah, and actually making a schedule for myself so that I could stay busy and get out of my own head, because that was the biggest thing I think that helped. And just having positive things in my life again. My view on therapy before going to therapy was I knew that it was needed for some people. I just always, looking back on it, I just always thought that I was better than that, and I didn't need that. So I always tried to get through things on my own. And my view on therapy did change after that because I realized how important it is to have someone to talk to about those things whenever you're dealing with struggles. But yeah, it's helped build my relationship with God and with other people, and just become stronger and realize that asking for help is not weak. It's actually one of the strongest things you can do. So yeah, that is what my life has been since recovery, and I just feel a lot freer right now. I feel a lot more secure in who I am. I've always struggled with loving myself. I am quick to forgive others and love other people, but it's hard for me to be like that to myself sometimes because I can be my own worst self-critic. So getting past that was really important for me, and I feel like I've gotten to that point. And for that person that doesn't feel like there is hope, there always is hope. And whenever everything feels down, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And no matter how many times you fall down, you can always pick yourself back up. And sometimes you need that other person to talk to you and to ask for support. And don't feel like you're a burden to somebody, because I used to feel like that, but people want to help you. Yeah, so that would be my advice for someone.